Hi, and welcome to B-Town Talk. Today, I'm here to talk to Mayor Joseph DiGirolamo. I'm Dawn Davis for Bensalem Community Television. Welcome, Mayor. It's Monday. It's the 21st of January, and we are commemorating or celebrating Unity Week here in Bensalem Township. And basically, it is based on, well, a lot of things. The diversity of our community, the celebration of Martin Luther King. My microphone just fell on the floor. Hello. And and when I say we, I mean Bensalem Community Television, along with the mayor, members of council, and other community leaders, find the time to go to various churches of a variety of faiths to display their support of just what goes on within these organizations within Bensalem Township. Now, Mayor, why don't you explain a little bit about how you visit, and there are so many places,
all of the churches, actually, synagogues, temples, and mosques here in Bensalem. This has been going on for several years, and BT3 has, out of that organization, this was born, the Diversity Committee, and it continues today for all week. And just quickly, I'll try to, starting this evening, we were at the Scottsville United Methodist Church. We'll be there this evening, which is Monday, the 21st, and that's on Brownsville Road. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the 22nd, 11:15, we'll be at the Bensalem United Methodist Church. And then that same day, and that evening, at 5:30, we're at the Baptist Temple. That's on Woodburn Road up in Levittown. They're part of the organization as a member that will be able to be there. The other is Wednesday, the 23rd. We start at 11:30 at the Mongo
the temple across the street.
Temple.
Which is beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
I was just waiting for you to say that because it's a magnificent, magnificent temple.
And then that evening, we're at the Faith Unity Islamic organization, which is on Bensalem Boulevard. So that's on Wednesday. Then Thursday, St. Ephraim's Church on Hewville Road. We'll be there at 12 o'clock. That evening, 6:30, TI Synagogue on Bristol Road. Tifereth Israel. I always call it TI, but I'm there so many times. It's another great synagogue that incidentally, all of these that I'm mentioning are involved in the community, not just Community Week, but all the time. They're great organizations. So that's 6:30 Thursday evening. Friday is the last, and that's at 12 noon at St. Catherine Drexel Shrine, and that's on Bristol Pike. I think most of you know where that is. These are great places to go. They welcome everyone in. Go to them every year. And it's something that everybody should, if they get an opportunity, maybe you can't do everyone, but try to get to some of these if you can. And the attendance is going up every year. Some of these are standing room only. Don't let that, we're putting more chairs up. But don't think that we won't have a place for it. But it has been growing so much. And we want you all to come and celebrate diversity. It starts out with Martin Luther King's birthday today, celebrating that. And we continue for the whole week.
Absolutely.
And look for everyone to be there. Come say hello. Come enjoy the diversity of the churches, synagogues, temples, and mosques.
I'm going to jump into the township newsletter. I was actually overwhelmed, and not overwhelmed in a good way, like my cup runneth over, to the response of promoting interest in a community garden, in the co-op garden. It's the first time, and I've worked here for, let me think, almost 18, 19 years, that we've put something out to the public and we actually got a significant amount of interest. And, you know, basically in going green and having sustainable food, I just put it out there. People, what do you think about a community garden? Now, it's not, there goes that microphone again. We're going to have to get a ledge or something. I'm fishing it. Got it. And everyone was interested. They actually provided some good suggestions and ideas, but it's a lot harder than you think. So, Mayor, being that was what you did, a great farmer, you know, DG Farm Markets. You know, maybe you can tell our audience a little bit about really what has to be done in order to even begin to accomplish this type of an initiative.
Yeah, Dawn, this kind of follows the victory gardens that during the Second World War that I remember all over the place. Gosh, I remember down in Mayfair on Frankfurt Avenue, you had these victory gardens where people actually had a plot. It was a whole big piece of land cut up in plots, and everybody got a section to grow their own vegetables, and they could grow whatever they want on their plot. And certainly it's a great way, and it's great for kids, especially today, because if they go in a supermarket and they see these vegetables, they have no idea.
It's the truth. Somebody actually wrote that as a couple people did, to get the children involved in this initiative.
Well, certainly it's something that we're going to try to get done. There are a lot of small obstacles. First, we need to fertile land. Second, we have to make sure there's water. Third, we have to make sure there's parking so that people could go to their facility. So we're trying to put all this together, and I know it's something you've been wanting to do for several years, and actually some of the residents get involved and they want to do this. And when they said it to me, I said, well, you better go talk to Dawn, because this is something we've been wanting to do, and I know you have been talking to several people. But it's a great idea, but it's not as simple to put together as we would like. We don't have that luxury of this open farmland somewhere where we could just go in and do it. But there is facilities, I believe, that we could turn into this, and we're going to work on it.
Yeah, we just have to find it. We just have to find them and get more people involved and just find the resources to make this a reality.
And there's not going to be a problem finding people to do it. We have tons of people that wrote in, and they want to get involved in it. So our biggest problem now is to find the facilities where we can implement that program.
Wouldn't it be great? You just, you pay a little fee each year and you work the land, and you reap the harvest, and it's something that you grew with a group. And to me, I just think the sustainability of it.
Let me give you a little personal on it. As you know, I grow my own flowers for my place, and I have a garden. The garden I do for the grandchildren and all, because just for them to see how these things do, that just doesn't appear if you want a head of lettuce. It doesn't appear. You go through a process of planting the seed.
And especially for you, because that's your heritage.
But anyway, it's great, especially for, and plus look what you get out of it. You got fresh vegetables to eat, and without any insecticides, without, you just do all of this, and it's just a great thing if we could get this off the ground.
But we're going to keep working on it. We just wanted to give you an update on that. I know many people, we have over 60,000 residents here. We mail to, I think, 27,000 households and businesses. So we did get quite a response. One that, as I stated earlier, very pleased. And we are going to work on this initiative, but it's something that doesn't happen overnight. So if anybody, hey, you have land you want to donate to us, a business out there that would like to help us, that's phenomenal. You can contact me directly at 215-633-3631. I was going to say 3600.
3631.
3631. Correct. Now, what else is happening?
Well, I guess you want to talk about the up-and-coming amphitheater season.
Well, of course. Why, thank you.
I mean, here it is already, February on top of us, and certainly we're only a few months away.
Well, this is my passion here at Bensalem Township. And, it's not my only passion, but it's a large part of what I do. We're in our 13th season, and we just had a phenomenal year last year in 2012. Some of the biggest crowds the amphitheater has ever seen. Our 50/50 ultimate raffle increased exponentially. We just had a really good time. And with the ticket booths that we implemented and our season pass really is the best bang for your buck. And this year, I can tell you that it's going to change a little bit, just the design of the pass. It's actually going to be a little more convenient for our hardcore fans to display their season pass. It's still the same amount of money between March 1st and June 1st. The concert season begins June 5th with a rockin' out tribute to the Rolling Stones. I can't wait for our first concert and for everyone to come back to the TDBA. I can give you a few names. I just gave you the Glimmer Twins, as they do a Rolling Stones. We're bringing back a couple of groups that I don't normally do back-to-back, but they're just so good and draw such a crowd. Queen, Almost Queen, that was a phenomenal concert last year. We are bringing them back.
Can I interrupt you?
Well, you always do, so go right ahead.
Something that I'm very proud of is the free concert. Do you have
well, I was going to get to that.
Oh, I didn't.
It's in the middle of the season. But well, okay, so we'll jump into that one. We're going to have the United States Jazz Ambassadors right from Washington, D.C. They are going to be playing here at a free concert, the Independence Week. It's actually on June 30th, which is a Sunday. And as we enter into celebrating our Independence Week, we can kick it off right here at the TDBA free concert, United States Jazz Ambassadors. And as we get closer in the year, you'll see our schedule on our website, tdbaevents.com, and of course, all the video promotion that goes with it. Another group that we're going to bring back is the Creedence Clearwater Revival, known as Green River. They're phenomenal. Great bunch of guys from Western Pennsylvania do a phenomenal job of doing John Fogerty and all their fabulous hits. And, oh my goodness, what's the other one? And one that we had, not last year, but the year before, was Big Shot, a Billy Joel tribute. Another phenomenal group. And we're going to have a few Frankie Valli tribute and several others, but I can't spoil the surprise because a lot of things aren't finalized yet. They're this close. But we're going to have a great season. Like I said, don't forget about your season passes beginning March 1st. You can get them at Parks and Recreation Department. And, you know, we'll have a little surprise here and there. And, of course, our ultimate 50-50 raffles. Oh, and the other thing, we're changing things up a little bit this year. We're going to have a Pledge of Allegiance, which I think is appropriate to start each concert, as well as a moment of silence. But it is exciting. It will be here before you know it. Yay, spring! Can't wait, especially with this week's going to be in the 20s. I mean,
yeah, really. Dawn, you had mentioned the Pledge of Allegiance, and you know how I am about this, those things. Incidentally, if you had the opportunity, you ride up Street Road. I'm sure you saw up on that water tower, Ben Salem Salutes America with the American flag on there. I just can't tell you every time I see that how important that is. We didn't want to put Ben Salem this, Ben Salem that. Ben Salem salutes this incredible country that we live in. There's nothing else in the world like it. And I think it says it all when you ride up there and see it.
Well, it's better than just looking at it being blank. I know that several people, and I know I told you this, wrote in and said, oh my gosh, why is this thing here? But it's about logistics. It's about water supply. It's not just a painted tower. It has a purpose.
It gave us a great opportunity to say how us and Ben Salem, all of us, 60,000 people, feel about our country. So having said that.
Exactly. That's it. That's all I have.
That's all I have.
Okay. Well, for B-Town Talk, Mayor Joseph DiGirolamo, I'm Dawn Davis, and we'll talk to you later. Take care, everybody.
God bless everybody.